Hello everyone and welcome to the next episode of Sack to the Future. I'm Vinny Vincent and you're ready for the showcase game featuring the Minnesota Vikings facing the semi-pro Carolina Panthers. As you can see, the Vikings are a 17-point favorite. Let's double check the uniforms, make sure they're what I want. This is, if you haven't seen a showcase game yet, this is a sim game featuring the highest finishing team from the 1963 season in each conference that is not human controlled. This being the 5-8-1 Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings are currently 4-3 in third place. Now we've entered November, which means I need to start have rooting interest based on where I stand. And in the NFC North, Green Bay Packers are currently in 4th place. So I kind of got to root for the Panthers to win this game. I mean, it sucks that I got to root for a semi-pro team, but that's the position I put myself in with the Packers. Of course, there's a look at the Dutchman, Norm van Brocklin, and Matt Hedrick. Ironic that it's not even a real coach on the semi-pro Panthers. It's base EA Sports name. Metropolitan Stadium in Bloomington, Minnesota. Here is a look at the Carolina Panthers semi-pro team and the Minnesota Vikings. Also on tonight, the Detroit Lions versus the Washington Redskins on the John M channel. He'll be getting on momentarily. And I believe the 49ers versus Dolphins on the Phantom Fighter channel. So make sure you click over those. You can find their links on my homepage. Subscribe, click notifications so you always know when Sack to the Future is live. And if you want to follow the games but can't watch them live, well, on my channel there is a playlist. Find the playlist, subscribe, and make sure you click the notification so you know when new videos have been added to the playlist. Oh, well, let's get underway here. Week number 9. The 4 o'clock game is now underway on the VinnyXWolf channel, as Jerry Reichel will bring it out from the 3. He's going to get up to the 28, and that's where Fran Tarkenton, the 29, where Fran Tarkenton will take over. Now, if you haven't been with us, is Fran Tarkenton, 13 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 1,105 yards. If you haven't been with us when it's a party chat and the other guys are broadcasting time, expect chaos and nothing but chaos. Meanwhile, while this is getting started, I'm going to look up and see how the baseball playoff game is going. I'm going to say what I want to see in the World Series is Houston versus Atlanta. Tarkenton is going to hand off to Tommy Mason in first play. Mason back from injury. He's up to the 35, a gain of 6. It'll be second down and 4 after the good run. Tommy Wilson filled in really well for the Vikings during Mason's injury. But Mason's back. Tarkenton hands it off to Mason. Mason's going to get hit in the hole and dropped. He's still going to pick up a yard. Brewers currently lead 3-1. Grady Alderman, Larry Bowie, Mick Tingloff, Mike Raybold, Earl Linden. The starting offensive line for the Vikings. Tommy Mason and Tommy Wilson the backs. Ray Page, Jerry Reichel, and Paul Flatley, your Viking receivers. It's the top of the 8th, and the Brewers lead 3-1. So I'm going to click on over to Hulu and get that set up so I can watch while I watch. Watch while I watch. Picture in picture. Tommy Mason's got the first down in a big hole. He tries to make a juke, but he cannot get away. He's got 3 carries for 18 yards early on. Yes, the Eagles did destroy Cincinnati. I didn't know if you'd seen that score or not. That was in the 1 o'clock games. Cincinnati, of course, still a semi-pro team. And also, if you noticed earlier, I'm doing a using rosters created by guys like I Teach History, Kappa Classics. Whatever they created, I'm going to take the team, go team by team, an existing team, and replay their seasons. However, the whole game like this will not be broadcast, just the highlights. So if you look for right now, we're doing the Arizona Cardinals. They took on the Philadelphia Eagles from 1963 Week 2 earlier, as I Teach History made a 1963 roster set for this very game, Madden 18. So I won't be doing every season, obviously, because there's James Strickland, We Be Friends, and Johnny Blanchard are the starting defensive line. We Be Friends. Kurt Russell, Donald Sutherland, Trayon Carey, and Clete Boyer. Trayon Carey's wearing modern stuff. Marshall Bridges, S.D. Jones, Fergal DeVette, and Darrell Spencer. When is the next expansion year to be 66 from the Dolphins and Falcons enter play? 67 the Saints, 68 the Bengals, 76 the Seahawks and Buccaneers, 95 the Panthers and Jaguars, 96 the Ravens, 99 the Browns come back, and 02 the Texans. Third down and 5 after the carry. Minnesota continuing the drive as Fergal DeVette, the extraordinary man who can do extraordinary things in the backfield of the Panthers, makes another tackle. So I noticed that the Panthers do have a guy wearing modern equipment out there on the field. We'll have to fix that. It's hard to keep up with the semi-pro teams. They're rated so lowly. Targeting his pass to Ray Page. He's got the first down. Oh, he breaks it. Oh, he's up to the 32. 15-yard gain on Brian Tarkenton's first pass. Another base hit from Milwaukee. I'd like to see in the wild cards Milwaukee and Oakland take the wild cards. It is 1st and 10 now into Carolina territory on this opening drive. Tarkenton in the shotgun. He's going to turn around and give to Tommy Mason. Mason gets by one man, and Mason up to the 27-yard line. He's got 23 yards so far. Kurt Russell with a tackle. Kurt Russell making sure that Mason felt the backdraft on that hit. 2nd down and 5. Tarkenton under center. He gives it out to Wilson. Tommy Wilson getting the action, and Wilson's going to get the first down. He picks up 10 yards on 3 carries. That's a first down run. 5 yards. Carry on the tackle. I think that's the modern day player. I saw the Panthers wear this set this weekend. I thought it would look really kind of cool with the white helmet, or the white jerseys and the black pants. So that's what I put them on. First down at 10. This is Sonny Jurgens' last year in Philadelphia. Targeting back to pass. The blitz is on. It's picked up by the Vikings offensive line. He throws it out to Boylan. Boylan with a spin move. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you enjoying the history. I try to do the best I can. Vinny's takes sometimes get us off on little tangents and whatnot. What's happening in current sports, but I try really hard to make this channel about stuff that I would want to see if I was out there watching it myself. 2nd down and inches. Tarkenton in the shotgun. He takes the ball. He's going to take off running. He's got the first down. He runs over a man, carries him, gets up 5 yards on the gain. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8. Kurt Russell on the tackle. The Vikings definitely have the running game in their game plan. Tarkenton fake, gives the handoff to Tommy Mason, and Tommy Mason's clotheslined. Tommy Mason goes down with a stiff lariat. And it'll be 2nd goal from the 5, but it was a 3-yard gain for Mason. And we got an early movement from the Minnesota Vikings. False start on the offense. Well, in week 1 of the 63 real season, the Cardinals played the Cowboys, and in real life beat them 34-7. In my redo, they only beat them 17-7, so the Cowboys were a little closer there. 2nd and goal from the 10 after the false start penalty. Tarkenton on the late hand up to Mason. Mason's got a head of steam, and he is going to get down to the 3-yard line. A 7-yard gain. It'll be 3rd down and goal from the 3. Boylan in the slot. He had that big reception earlier. Carolina looks a little confused. Linebackers stacked behind each other. Tarkenton back to pass. He's going to take off running, and he's hit at the goal line. Does he get in? No, they're going to call him down on the 1. Is 4th and goal. What will Norm Van Broekelen, the Dutchman, ever Mr. Casual, what will he do? Mr. Casual. Mr. Play it safe. Going to go for the field goal. Yes, that makes sense for Van Broekelen. A 17-yard kick for Cox. Fred Cox, the rookie, kicks it up through the goalpost, and it's 3-0. Now, Ryan, I'm sure as an Eagles fan, to you, the name Norm Van Broekelen is legendary, especially you appreciate the history. Of course, won the 1960 NFL Championship. But Vikings and Falcons fans, the Dutchman, Well, probably not that good a memory in their time frame, as he was a stern head coach, did not get along with Fran Tarkenton, and would trade him in the future to the Giants. So after that opening drive, it took the Vikings all the way down for a 17-yard field goal. The semi-pro Carolina Panthers take the ball now, and they are led by quarterback Ivan Drago. No touchdowns yet this season, 3 interceptions, 403 yards passing for number 4. The villain from Rocky 4. Go figure. Was it Rocky 5? Maybe I got the number wrong. Anyway, it is 1st and 10 at the 27 for Drago and the Panthers. Drago back to pass. He sets up, he throws it out to Sherman. Sherman's got the first down, a 12-yard gain. Rocky 4, so he is wearing the right number. Okay, W. Sherman, let's see. Yeah, he was the first coach of both the Vikings and the Falcons in that era. But basically what Dom Capers did in our area, the Panthers and Texans. Sherman takes the handoff. He just runs over number 23. But he still does not get the first down as Rip Hawkins is right there to knock him down. It'll be 2nd down and 11 from the 39. Drago hands it off to Sherman. Had a hole for a second, but Jim Marshall reaches in with that big paw and takes him down. Let's see the starting Carolina offensive line. Bodie McBoatface, Jim McJimmy, Fred Gillette, Dan Sheehan, and Jack Carson. The starting offensive line. William Sherman, Abraham Lincoln, Larry Sherry, Arthur Knight, and Pete Stremkowski. The backs and receivers. Okay, I've got a child moving down the stairs. I'm going to have to unplug for a second and see what the issue is. Pass on 1st down. He throws. That was 3rd down. Sorry. Okay, I don't know if you heard that. Drago back to pass on 3rd down. Throws incomplete. With an offensive line with names like Bodie McBoatface, who can go wrong? 4th down and 5. Back to punt for the Panthers. Daly gets a nice punt off. It's going to be called for the fair catch. Bounces the one into the end zone with 9 seconds to go in the first quarter. The Panthers trail the Vikings 3-0 as Fran Tarkenton gets his 2nd crack at the ball. If the Vikings win this game, they'll equal their real-life output in 63 with 5 wins. Tarkenton dumps off to Ray Page for a 9-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 1. And that is the end of the first quarter with the Minnesota Vikings leading the Carolina Panthers 3-0 from Metropolitan Stadium in Bloomington, Minnesota. The next 3 weeks for the Vikings, they will be taking on human opponents as they face the Bears, Lions, and Packers. So they will not be showcased. They'll be an opponent. Tommy Mason takes the handoff. And he gets the first down up to the 38-yard line. Nice little move. Could not get away from the corner. It'll be 1st and 10. Vikings have 93 total yards already. Okay, you got it. All right, good. Good night. Okay, 2nd down and 8. Sorry about that. I had to help my son find his phone. Johnny Blanchard on the tackle. I think he's named from one of the sports teams, probably maybe the Dodgers. I don't know what names I did most recently. But Mason putting on a little bit of a spin move there to pick up 2 yards, 2nd down and 8. Tarkenton changing the play, hands it off to Tommy Mason. Mason's got the first down and a pickup of 13 yards. 55 so far on the day, and the Vikings are rolling now. I've been on a losing streak personally myself. We got 3 losses in a row, and this morning's was just out and out bad. Wilson takes the handoff. He's gonna no gain. Just 3 pick sixes, 45-10 loss. Well, it was bad. I know the Chiefs are good, but I played like dog meat. 2nd down and 10 for the Vikings. Tarkenton takes off running. Tries to get away from 1, but cannot. He only picks up 2 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 8. Hey, Stonewall, what's up? Hey, thanks for your help earlier, by the way, on the genealogy. Much appreciated. My son definitely will. First day, it's a 2-week project, and he's already got the whole sheet all filled in except for 1 slot. We're waiting on Aunt Georgia to reply. So thanks for your help. 3rd down and 8. Tarkenton back, fakes the handoff. Steps up, throws. It's caught by Rice. And a 1st down to the 16-yard line. Big play, 30-yard reception for the tight end. Roster filler. So what roster filler on one of these teams means he was drafted by the team, but did not make the team in real life. Janko Fett on the tackle. Tarkenton hands it off to Tommy Mason. Mason gets the outside, gets by 1, and down to the 10, 6-yard gain. And Spencer on the tackle. So it's the bottom of the 8th, and Milwaukee leads Washington 3-1. The Nationals are up to bat. They got a runner on first. 2nd down and 4. Tarkenton hands it off to Tommy Mason. Mason's, oh, he had a big hole. He had a big hole, but he cut back inside. He gets down to the 2, an 8-yard gain, and 1st and goal for Minnesota. This is where the drive stalled out last time. Can the same thing happen this time? Kurt Russell all over the place on defense with his 4th tackle. Tark back to pass. He's going to take off running. He slips, slides into the end zone, and a touchdown for the Vikings. Oh, the runner on first was hit by the pitch, and now the umpires are reviewing it for some reason. Tarkenton sliding into the end zone. And the extra point by Fred Cox. Cox spelled wrong because EA Sports thinks COX is offensive, by the way. So he's going to go through his career as KOX. Not sure what's offensive about COX. I could see if it was COCKS, sure. But COX is not only a last name, a real last name, but it's also a name of a cable company, Cox Cable. EA Sports making idiotic decisions since probably 2005, maybe even before then. Cox with a K kicks it off. That's bad alliteration. Knight on the return. Arthur Knight, leader of the Knights of the Round Table. I'll try closing out and coming back in. You might just have a bad load. Are either of the other two of you having the same issue? Well, actually, you might be the only one watching now. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Vikings. October 1st, 2019. Drago back to pass. Completes it to Sherman. Sherman's got the first down. Something's under review in the baseball game. Drago completing the pass out to Sherman. Sherman picking up the first down up to the 39, and that's where Minnesota, or Carolina, will have first down. And the shotgun is Drago. Fakes the handoff. Stands up under pressure. But the pressure was too much, and as he was hit, As he threw, he was hit, and the ball falls incomplete. So the last game on this channel will be the Cardinals and Jets. It'll be Thursday night as I would double tomorrow. Drago changing the play. He hands it off to Sherman. Sherman is cut. His legs cut out from under him. And only a pickup of 3 yards as Roy Winston makes the tackle. It'll be 3rd down and 7. Drago's going to get in the shotgun now. He's back to pass. He steps up. He throws. It's almost intercepted. Good. That's good. Rip Hawkins with a diving attempt at the ball. And now he's just pushing up on Stanley. Rip Hawkins. What did we have? Something just happened. Oh, they're reviewing the earlier home run. Okay. Right now it's runner on first, batter up, top of the 8th, bottom of the 8th, down by 2. There's the punt. It's gonna fair catch is called for, but it's gonna bounce into the end zone. So I don't know if she'll ever watch this game, but if she does, just want to send out a happy birthday to my daughter, Lorelei the First. I mentioned her on the earlier broadcast as well. But hell, I put 2 broadcasts out on the same day, might as well. 7 years old today. What a beautiful day weather-wise it was. Probably the last 80-degree day of the year. Tarkenton hands off to Tommy Mason. Mason pushes forward for 2 yards. He's got 70 on the day so far. .238 to go in the half. Minnesota leading 10-0. Tark back to pass. Dumps it over to Smith. And Gordy Smith gets the first down, and Tarkenton has started 6 for 6. Just kind of like the Len Dawson started against me earlier. He was something like 9 for 9 before he threw an interception. SD, Special Delivery Jones on the tackle. Ryan Zimmerman is on deck right now for the Nationals. Tarkenton back to pass. Rolls out. He's going to take off and run. Tarkenton's got the first down. And we've reached the 2-minute warning for Bloomington as the Vikings leading the Panthers 10-0. 1st and 10 as we come out of the 2-minute warning. The Vikings on their own 42. SD Jones made that last tackle. He's having more action than he did against King Kong Bundy in WrestleMania 1. Tarkenton back to pass. The blitz is on, but he dumps it out to Mason, and Mason's going to be hit for a loss of 3. So although Tarkenton is now 7 for 7, that was not a well-advised pass. 2nd down and 14 as Fergal DeVette or Finn Balor makes the tackle, a.k.a. Finn Balor. 2nd down and 14. Tarkenton back to pass. He's going to step up. He throws it. It's a screen pass to Mason. And what a... Oh, God, what a way to step up. It was really well blocked. But stepping up to make the tackle and to save the first down was Fergal DeVette. Like I said, the extraordinary man who can do extraordinary things. The Demon King, Fergal DeVette. The Prince of the Bullet Club. 3rd down and 1. Tarkenton back to pass. Carolina coming. Beautifully blocked. Rice, the roster filler, with the reception and a first down to the 38 of Carolina. And Minnesota spends the timeout. And meanwhile, there's now 2 outs for the Nationals. Bottom of the 8th. Josh Hader's pitching. Tarkenton back to pass. It's intercepted! Intercepted by Walter Cronkite. And that's the way it was on that drive for the Vikings. Walter Cronkite coming up big. What an embarrassing throw by Tarkenton. They ran the ball 20 times and thrown it 10. That last pass, Tarkenton's first incompletion, not a good one. Drago back to pass. I break you. He throws it out to Sherman. And Sherman Balboa's his way up to the 47, a pickup of 9 yards. Second down and 1. Drago back to pass. Throws it over. Overthrows everybody. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd down or 3rd down and 1 from the Panthers 47. Drago under center. Drago delayed hand off the draw. Sherman, oh my goodness, he's planted. He had a head of steam, but right in there to drop him with an Arn Anderson spine buster was Steve Stonebreaker. And what an appropriate name for a man to just level Willie Sherman on the run. Steve Stonebreaker just picked him up and dropped him like it was hot. 4th down and 1. And the Panthers send on the punt team. 44 seconds to go before half. Daly gets the punt away. It's a high punt off to the right. It's going to go out of bounds at 33, a 14-yard punt. He hooked it. Did Daly? Base hit for the Nationals. They've got the runners on the corners now. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th, trailing 3-1. It was a broken bat. Tarkenton back to pass. He's going to scramble around. He's going to take off and run. He's going to get hit, and he is dropped. Second down and 8. 2-yard gain for Tarkenton. Tark back to pass. He steps up. He's got the first down on the run. He slides at the 50, and oh, he takes the legs out of his would-be tackler. Walter Cronkite was delivering it the only way he knew how, the way it was. Unbiased. Back in the good old days when news was unbiased. First down and 10. That's a 49. 5 seconds before the half. Tarkenton's in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off to Mason as they're going to concede the half and go into the locker rooms with a 10-0 lead on Carolina. That's the end of the first half here from Bloomington, Minnesota at the Metropolitan Stadium. So Minnesota will kick off. Been a decent first half for them other than the interception. Jones on the return. Jones up to the 34. 23-yard return. Here comes Ivan Drago. Back on the field. Still looking to break you. First and 10 for Drago and the Panthers. Semi-pro team in 63. Drago's going to give to Sherman. Sherman is going to get hit hard by Rip Hawkins and brought down after 2 yards. Second down and 8. Nationals trying to rally. Ahead of the pitcher 3-0. Drago. Oh, he's going to get hit and dropped. Chuck Lamson comes in on the corner blitz and brings Drago down. It'll be 3rd down and 13 after the 5-yard loss. Drago back to pass. He steps up. He's going to run. Roy Winston's right there waiting for him. 7 yards for Drago, but a 4th down nonetheless. Roy Winston was just planted, positioned right in this perfect spot to let Drago come to him, and then Winston with a knockout blow. 4th down and 6. Daly on the punt. John Daly. See if we can get some hook in this or some slice. Right down the fairway. Butler on the return. Butler's up to the 10, and he cannot get by the first blockers. He picks up 4 on the return. And that first gunner, Wade Holtz, brings him down. It'll be 1st down and 10 for the Vikings. Tommy Mason had 74 yards today from the Met. Tarkenton in the shotgun. And he just walked the bases loaded. Tarkenton back to pass. Throws it. Mason on the reception. They're going to say it's good. Good for 9 yards, or 5 yards, and a 2nd and 5. The bases are loaded now. 2 outs. Hader's in trouble. Tarkenton, nobody back in the backfield with him. Tark's back to pass. Second down, he's going to take off running. Nope, he throws it. Just throws it away. Third down and 5. 10 of 12 for 99 yards in the interception. 221 total yards for the Vikings. Third down and 5. Tark back to pass. Tark steps up. He throws. It's caught by Ray Page. Page is going to get to the 40-yard line, a 21-yard gain and a first down. Targeted now 11 of 13. Hayter ahead 0-1. Brewers have bullpen action. Mason is upended after he picks up 2 yards. Clint Boyer on the tackle. Cleet Boyer. Second down and 8. Mason. No gain on the play. Third down and 8. Wild and outside. 1-1 is the pitch count now. It's a 1-game playoff. If you're not familiar with baseball, wild card round. Tarkenton on third down. He sets up for the screen. He throws it to Mason. Fumble. The ball's just sitting there. Fergal Devitt picks it up, but I believe he came in from out of bounds. He was the first player to touch the ball. Mason goes for a spin. I think he's down anyway, but Fergal Devitt comes in from out of bounds in actual... Oh, another upending. Let's see if he's down. Here on the spin move, he's down. This should be reviewed. Let's see what's going to be. So far, it's not. But not only that, but Devitt coming in from out of bounds would have blown the play dead. He cannot be the first person to touch the ball. Oh, walk-off. I don't understand. End to 8. They're celebrating like they won the game. Sherman. Oh, okay. I missed a few plays here. The Nationals have taken a 4-3 lead, but it's the end of 8. The Nationals are celebrating the lead, and the game's not over. Okay. Second down and 7. They didn't review it, and they gave Carolina the ball. Just utter bullshit. The Viking runner was down. His shoulder hit the ground. Drago runs. He's tackled by Rip Hawkins. And not only that, but Devitt comes in from out of bounds to recover the fumble. That's not legal. All around, the play should have been Vikings ball. But the computer does whatever the hell the computer wants. It's third down and 4. Stanley on the run this time. Stanley picks up 6. The out of bounds thing maybe not in the game, but it should be. First down and 10. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Carolina trailing 10-0. They've got 2 turnovers that keeping them in this game. Drago throws toward the end zone. Out of the back of the end zone. Ed Schrockman went on the coverage. Second down and 10. Drago back to pass. Drago steps up. Drago is brought down with a combination of Stonebreaker and Hopkins, but he gets the first down. It'll be first and 10 for the 13. First and 10 from the 13-yard line. Drago back to pass. He finds Arthur Knight down to the 5, 8-yard gain. Yep, they are. 2nd down and 2 from the 5-yard line. 2 minutes to go in the 3rd. Panthers trying to make this a game. There's a handoff to Sherman. Sherman gets away from one. He's got a 1st and goal. 2-yard pickup. Roy Winston with another tackle. Drago back to pass. Gets over a little bit over the head of his intended receiver. Drago hands it to Sherman and he's brought down. Actually loses a yard. 3rd and goal from the 4. Drago back to pass. He's going to scramble over. He's going to get hit, and he's sacked by Russ and Hawkins. They combine to make the sack. Russ, the way he looks, I think he's roster killer. He's got a towel and what was his number? Pat Russ, 75. Let's see. Nope, he's not roster killer. He is a rookie out of Purdue. So I'll have to try and remember afterwards to go fix his towel. Here's a field goal. The kick is up and it's good. They cut the Viking lead to 10-3 as Ray Finkel was true. Laces were in. Made the kick. Excuse me, made the kick. Ray Finkel finding a home in Carolina. Jerry Reichow from the end zone. Cannot get by the first tackler. Brings it up to 24-yard line. Meanwhile, Daniel Hudson's pitching for the Nationals. And he got the first batter's strikeout. They're 2 outs away from advancing to play the Los Angeles Dodgers in the divisional series. Come on, Milwaukee. Get a rally. That ball went right under Christian's hand glove. Bill Brown goes in motion. Tarkenton hands it off to Tommy Mason. Mason with a spin move, but he cannot get by from the man, Fergal Devitt. Devitt's been everywhere. 2nd down and 6. And that's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score Minnesota 10, Carolina 3. You're watching Sack to the Future on the VinnyXWolf channel as we await the start of the Lions-Redskins and 49ers-Dolphins games on the John M. and Phantom Fighter channels respectively. A triple header of action here in Sack to the Future tonight, October 1st, 2019. Week 9 action. Got 4 more games on the slate other than the 2 I mentioned. The Cardinals and Jets on Thursday night. And the Monday Nighter between the Patriots and Chargers. A big game. Mason is knocked Lloyd back to give him credit up to the 33, and it's going to be 3rd down and inches. Mason's got 87 yards on the day so far tonight, today, this morning, this afternoon, this evening, tomorrow. 3rd down and inches. Oh, got a single. We got a base runner on to first as Milwaukee gets a bloop single into the gap between 2nd and short. Tarkenton to Mason. Mason's got the 1st down. Mason, can he catch his balance? No. 13-yard gain. He stumbles. He's got 99 yards today. So with 1 out, Tarkenton hands to Mason. Mason stood up and dropped with 1 out and 1 on. This wildcard game in the National League is not over yet. Of course, tomorrow night, the Oakland Athletics and the Tampa Bay Rays for the right to play the Houston Astros. Here's a high pop fly, and it's out number 2 to the catcher. Second and 10 is Tarkenton back to pass. He steps up to run. Tarkenton's going to have the first down and then some. Tarkenton with a nifty move. Tarkenton fumbles. He recovers his own fumble. I don't know what happened there. Tarkenton with a nice little spin move here to get away from one. But as he's going down, he fumbles. And it's actually, no, it's recovered not by Tarkenton himself. He puts the move on Daryl Spencer. Here comes the modern day warrior, whoever he is. And Tommy Mason. It's almost like Tarkenton just hands the ball to Mason. As Mason recovers the fumble in midair. And a 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. Tark back to pass. He scrambles over to his right. He throws, overthrown. So the Brewers are down to their final out, ladies and gentlemen. Daniel Hudson pitching. Count is 1-0 right now. 2nd and 10. There's a long hit. It's into the outfield, and the Washington Nationals won the 2019 NL wildcard 4-3 with a rally in the 8th. They will move on to face the 2-time defending National League champion Los Angeles Dodgers. The series to begin on, I believe, Wednesday or Friday. I mean. Phantom Fighter just mentioned he's loading with 5. Tarkenton takes off running. Tarkenton is outside to the 10 of the 5. Tarkenton down to the 1-yard line. A 32-yard run. And he's got 9 carries for 89 yards on the afternoon. And that is his 5th rush of over 20 yards this season. What a move to get outside. Fergal Devitt is down to save the tackle. And potentially the game. 1st and goal, however, from the one with 5:20 to go in the game. Tarkenton hands the ball off to Tommy Wilson. And Wilson can't get in. He can't break through. Cleet Boyer on the tackle. 2nd and goal from the 1, just outside the 1. Tarkenton going to go in the shotgun this time. Got receivers to the left. Tight on the right with a split. Tarkenton hands it to Mason, and Mason's into the end zone. Stumbles his way in, but a touchdown for Minnesota. And Minnesota's lead is now 16-3. And the kick by Cox is true. And it's 17-3 Minnesota with 4:49 to go in the game. On the running of Fran Tarkenton. Arthur Knight coming out from the 3. Knight to the 20, the 25, to the 30. And that's where he is going to get hit and dropped. Arthur Knight couldn't pull the sword out of the stone on that one. Drago in the shotgun. Sherman goes in motion. Stemkowski on the reception, and he tries to make some moves. Nifty, but not enough. Gets 9 yards, 2nd and 1. Drago back to pass. Overthrows everyone. It'll be 3rd down and 1. Third down and 1. Drago throws. It's intercepted by Terry Frankhauser. And Frankhauser's gone. He will score. A pick 6 for Frankhauser. Tom Frankhauser, sorry. The linebacker in his 5th season out of Purdue. The former Los Angeles Ram. The ball came right to him, and he had no other choice but to go the distance. And now this game's going to look like a blowout. Vanderkellen holds. Cox kick is true. It is 24-3 Minnesota. Cox kicks off. Merlin the Magician brings the ball out. And he's going to get up to the 28. Tom Frankhauser with a About a 50-yard pick six. Ivan Drago's got to try and learn from that. He's 5 of 13, 49 yards, and the interception. First and 10. 3:55 to go. Drago back to pass. Drago takes off running. Drago's got a first down. He fumbles, and it is recovered by Tom Frankhauser. No, number 45, Ed Shirachman on the recovery. And Ivan Drago is self-imploding. He has been knocked silly in this game. And that one was a knockout blow that knocked the ball out. It was actually Frankhauser and Shirachman combining. The ball falls right into Shirachman's lap. And it's a first down for the Vikings. Here comes Tarkenton, the University of Georgia graduate, as all University of Georgia graduates are. Stars in the NFL with lots of heart. Go Bulldogs. First and 10 from the 40. Tarkenton hands it off to Mason. Mason's going to get up for about 2 yards. He's over 100 yards on the day now. 20 carries, 103 yards, a touchdown. Second down and 7. Tarkenton hands it to Mason. Mason looks like he's slowing down a little. He's got 108 yards. Maybe they ought to put Tommy Wilson in before they lose Mason again. It does look like the Vikings have put the icing on this cake. We do know that Phantom Fighter's loading up. And there he is. He's joining the party now with 2:30 to go in the showcase game. Hello, Phantom. I don't know if you noticed, but the Milwaukee Brewers have been eliminated from the playoffs.
Yep.
Their hot streak ended in the 8th inning. I'm sure as a Cubs fan you can dig that.
Yeah.
Now if the Braves can do a number on the Cardinals.
Yeah, I will definitely be on board for that.
We have reached the 2-minute warning from the Metropolitan Stadium in Bloomington, with the Minnesota Vikings defeating the Carolina Panthers 24-3. Tarkenton going to go talk to Norm Van Brocklin and discuss their options. You must be behind me for some reason. Oh, in the game? Yeah, well, I watched it on Hulu, and Hulu's never live. There's always like a good 10-second. I have to, when games are tight, I have to silence my phone so I don't hear notifications and get off social media, or else I could have the game ruined or something for me. Mason on the give. Mason is basically jogging at this point. But the Vikings continue to go to him, even though it's his first game back from injury. Second down and 7. Mason, again, just casually running up the field, picks up 6. Got 124 yards. Third down and 1. Tomorrow night, the American League wildcard game, Oakland Athletics and the Tampa Bay Rays. Gonna hope for Oakland, but I'm now 0-1 in the playoffs. Mason, oh, he is taken down by the neck. Well, Mason gets up and continues to churn. Carey on the tackle. Tim Carey. T. Carey. James Strickland tried to get him, but he had no discipline. He was a slacker. Of course, the name of the principal in the Back to the Future series, Strickland.
Yeah.
And that is the end of the game as the Minnesota Vikings come home and defeat the Carolina Panthers 24-3 before they prepare for a 3-game set against human opponents. They're 5-3 in firm third place. They could take over second if the Lions lose in the division. The next 3 games, however, against the Bears, Lions, and Packers. Oh my.
It's a good schedule.
Yep.
Week number 9. I'll be broadcasting in a couple seconds here.
Okay. We patiently wait with no patience. Look at the highlights. Ray Page with a long pass. Tommy Mason
The
carries it
Dolphins
over.
come into San Francisco as a 24-point underdog.
Well, the Vikings were a 13-point favorite, and they win by 17. They cover.
Okay.
Yep. Bolt Jingle Fett in the tackle. There's the Frank Hauser scoop and score. Or, no, it's pick 6. And the final score, once again, from Bloomington, 24-3. Vikings win. Thanks for joining us on Sack the Future. We got a double at the nuclear power plant tomorrow, so we will see you Thursday night with the St. Louis Cardinals and the New York Jets as I try to break my 3-game losing streak. Until next time, I'm Vinny Vincent. Turn over to the Phantom Fighter channel and the John M channel, and God bless America.